gravity is and if magnetism can beat it. Well, let's start by what is gravity. Gravity is the force that attracts any two bodies of mass together. Well, there is this very famous scientist named Galileo Galilei who tried a very important experiment on the Tower of Pisa. So what he did was that he dropped two balls, one big ball and one small tiny little ball. Well, what he discovered was that free-falling bodies, heavy or light, have the same constant acceleration. Or now, do you see this red ball in the picture? In the first second, it went 3 meters. In the second second, it went 6 meters, which is 3 plus another 3. In the third second, it went 9 meters, which is 6 plus 3. Well, do you see how each moment is 3 more meters than the last? That is constant acceleration. Assuming that the first second, it will be 3 meters. So, each second, it will go 3 meters faster than the last second. That is constant acceleration. Well, he also discovered that acceleration is due to gravity. It is independent of the object's mass. So, that means that if you drop 2 balls, one big ball and one small ball, as he did, then the balls will drop at the same time. They will touch the ground at the same time. He also discovered a body moving on a perfectly smooth horizontal surface would neither speed up nor slow down. And he also discovered many more things. But he was one of 3 very good gravity scientists. And the next one was Newton. And guess what? Newton was born the same year Galileo Galilei died. It was like 2 scientists in a row. Well, one day when Newton was sitting very calmly under an apple tree, bonk! An apple fell on his head. And he wondered, why? Why does an apple fall? The answer was gravity. Newton discovered the law of gravity. He described gravity as a force that attracts things that have mass, as I said in the beginning. And he used this formula very much, which is, so let's say that gravity depends on how big the masses of the 2 things that it is attracting to each other are and the distance between them. Newton developed the laws of motion. He said that with no outside force, this object, this little blue ball, will never move. And that's true. And he said that with no outside forces, that object, the blue one over there, will never stop because it's moving. See the arrows? That is the first law of motion. Well, the second law of motion was that force equals mass times acceleration. What I mean by that is that, do you see that little green ball? If you push that little green ball with a lot of strength, like this, then it would go really far. And if you push that same little green ball with a small amount of strength, it probably wouldn't go that far. Which would mean that the more force, the more acceleration. But there's also this other example, which is that if I push that little green ball with medium strength, like that, it would go some length, right? But if I pushed the truck with that exact same strength, do you think it would move very much? opposite force. So do you see that cannon over there? It's shooting out a cannonball. But with all that force that it's shooting out the cannonball, the same exact force is coming back on the cannon. So it's going backward. But because that cannon has much more mass than the cannonball, it's not going back as far as the cannonball went forward. Newton also saw the orbit of the moon. And this is what he said. So, he said that this is a point of Earth's gravity, which is the center of Earth's gravity, center of gravity of the Earth.